live.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Vigilance Committee. Tonight we are going to discuss Utah defender's arrest. We're not going to share too much information because it is an open and active case, but Angry Vet's in the house, good to see you. And it's going to be an open panel too. First we're going to show the videos and then we're going to open up the panel for anyone that wants to come up and talk about it and ask questions. So here comes the intro. All right, and before we get started, Nikki, do you have any housekeeping items you want to talk about?
I just want to let everyone know, thank you for coming in, spending time with us. I also do have the live going over on our Rumble channel. If anybody wants to go over there or not, it
Do
doesn't
you have the
matter.
link? Do you have the link to
I'm
the Rumble channel?
That's what I was getting ready to put up when you
Oh, sorry, Andy.
interrupted me.
No worries. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Anyway, you guys, I think you're going to enjoy this. It is an open panel. The link for the open panel is pinned to the top. I am going to change the banner here in a few minutes, but mods, please link all channels. Timeouts, of course, as usual, 1 minute, then 5 minutes. Third time is 24 hours. I believe that's it. So I'm going to go back to pushing buttons now, if that's okay with both of you.
Absolutely. And just remember, mods, it's outside drama. We don't allow in the chat. Let's focus on the task at hand. Welcome, Denver Metro Audits. I'm glad you're joining us. I think you're going to get a good idea of what we're talking about, and I'm hoping that you will come out here to Utah. Go ahead, Nikki. You had something else?
Yeah, actually, Utah Defender, can you do me a big favor?
No.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Can you take your phone and go back out in your hallway and show us the shadow box of your awards? Because
Really?
this gentleman is a decorated veteran, and what has happened to him is atrocious. And I want to have the proof shown that you are a decorated veteran, if you don't mind.
Yep, we've already seen them, so that the audience might want to take a look at those.
Well, I'll just what I'd rather do, I'm trying to see. Can you see him? Or am I looking
Well,
at me? Oh, we got to go this
yeah,
way.
just there you go.
Yeah. First of all, these are my dad's. And he made 3 amphibious landings. He has a French Gear, Purple Heart, Bronze Star. It's supposed to be with Valor, but I didn't put it in there. And then these are mine. Big deal.
So you started out as an enlisted man and then went to officers candidate school and became an
Yeah,
officer from there.
correct. Yeah. And those are my awards. These are from the National Guard. And then the rest up are medals. And then when you put them all together, they kind of look like that. I don't know if you can see that well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the different flashes I was in. So the guys in the military will know what that one is. And these are the different branches that I claim. I'm branch qualified in 11 different branches of the military.
Wow. Okay.
So much for that. Okay. Bragging time's over.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome, Nikki.
appreciate it.
Guys like me don't like doing that, but
I understand that. My daddy is the same way. Um, he won't even put his in a shadow box. His are actually stuffed in a drawer somewhere in one of his dressers. So,
well, the story behind the medals you see there all have my dad's name engraved on them. And I said, Dad, don't put them in a coffee can. So when he passed away, they're at the bottom of his Chester drawers in a coffee can. And my
yeah,
dad wrote a note saying, see?
nope. I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna find too. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That's beside the point. I do
Yep.
want to thank you though. Thank you for at least allowing us to show the proof that you are a decorated veteran
Well, the
and that
most important thing is this. I'll share it with you. That is my graduation diploma. What, can you see it?
we only see
Oh,
your
you got to
beautiful
turn the
face.
Oh,
camera.
that is my graduation diploma from Special Forces. That I was a private first class, and that's my jump school. And yeah, it's back in '68, where most of them weren't even there. So yeah, that's more important to me than any tab or any medals or anything else, because it isn't a give me MOS. It's very hard.
Right.
Correct. And like I said, I do appreciate it.
Hmm.
Um,
All right. So I want to get
And
right to the videos, and so we can start discussing these videos, and then we'll open up the panel for other people to come in, and we'll stop. You can just tell me to stop, Utah Defender. We want to get through them, so we don't want to stop too often, but we uh, we want to share these, um, share the arrest, and share the treatment that you had in jail. So let's get into it here and start this one.
Can I explain something? You're not going to explain shit to me, honey. You don't know what you're doing. I used to be a cop. Okay. Well,
What do you want to?
I
What are
don't
you trying
talk
to?
to you.
What are
So
you
in
trying
the
to cop
state of-
explain?
Well, I'm trying to explain to you guys that in the state of Utah, you don't need to trespass you don't need a reason to trespass anybody.
From a private property.
Actually, let's just go back to when you guys were. Let's just go back to the beginning here, really, because this is pretty pertinent to this whole story.
July
Sorry
of
about that.
2023, July 5th more specifically, but they had been doing welfare checks since September of 2022.
How you being treated here?
You'll see. Like, I'm here to do a grammar request for some documents.
Go ahead and set us up with this story here, Utah Defender. Who is this woman, and why were you and Utah Cop Watch there to help her?
we met her over a year ago, and she was the viral video where she calls a female police officer, puts her hand over a Ring doorbell, a cunt. And most people remember that when I just described that. They've done nothing but ruin this woman's life. You know, you look at her, she is a dental hygienist, and she's at the top of her profession in what she did. She worked in Salt Lake City. But within the last 2 years, all they've done is ruin this woman's life. And I will say that it's alleged that she committed suicide last night. And It's because they've ruined their life. They used the same. You're going to see her served a warrant. They never show it. We knew before we went in that she had one, but it was expunged on the 16th. And she told us that it wasn't there. Watch the dirty tricks. When you serve a warrant or arrest somebody, you have to have a warrant. They never did. By the numbers. And, Denver Metro audits, I appreciate him because he's going to know a lot of the things on here that were our violations. Because he goes into a lot of government buildings and stuff like that, and they get hemmed up. And him and the lady, I think her name is Reagan,
Regan.
work and they work pretty much together. I love them. My hat goes off to them. But
All right, well,
they ruined this woman's life. So I want you to notice. We want to see how they're going to treat us as well as her because we're there. That animosity comes off. Watch what happens.
Here's another reminder.
How do I have that expedited? Why is that? So if I'm in the middle of court proceedings and I need these documents and the judge has already ordered the state to turn over all the documents and the state is not following the rules of discovery, then how does that fare?
It's not. All I know is media can, and that I don't care, but I'll ask.
The media can and I can't? Well, I'm media. Yeah. Like you're the president.
Yeah.
Right. So who do I talk to about getting them expedited?
What's your name?
This lady has seen her many, many, many times. She already knows who she is.
Quinn, can you go upstairs and get Tara?
Well,
You want me to get Tara? I can get Tara.
He snapped the fingers at her.
Tara Gill. I'd love to see her. She was.
Do you want me
She
to get
was-
Tara?
Yeah, Tara or Melanie if she's here.
Why do they need to know that I'm here?
Take the cameras off.
No.
You don't need me.
Oh, no, I don't need you. No, we're not turning the cameras off.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not getting out of here.
So there's prior restraint.
Wow, lady, you're in your
Ma'am,
public
it's
job.
good to see you, Rogue. Glad you're in here. Go ahead, Utah Defender.
I'm just saying that prior restraint. I'm just bringing up a civil rights violation.
Perfect. Yeah, she's trying to block the camera.
Our constitutional right as journalists doing a story to film you. You're a public servant. I have the laws right here in my hand. So you can't do what you're doing. It's against the law. This is prior restraint. You're trying to censor us, and you can get a federal lawsuit, and so can this building.
She's
Because we have clients.
No, your clients are behind the wall in a public area in a lot.
Because we've got clients coming in, just close.
We don't put the clients on the camera.
You let the news.
What
do
you're
it.
doing, let me tell you what you're doing. You can hide around would you let me speak, please? Would you let me speak?
Someone's coming down to help you.
What you've done is you've done prior restraint, which is censorship.
Did you clock out? I mean, since you're not really, oh.
Here's the fun
How I
part,
can get
boys
these
and girls.
documents expedited.
This guy, listen how rude he is to
What
us.
documents?
You get a
I
badge?
just did a grammar.
what's her name?
I just did another grammar request.
What's your name, sir?
I'm not interacting with you.
Why?
What was your name?
You're a
I
public
pay your
servant.
taxes.
Who are you?
I didn't
I
say.
pay your
I guess I
salary.
put on
Okay,
the
well,
wrong
then
color
walk away,
underwear
because I
that
don't
day.
need
You
to talk
wouldn't
to you.
interact.
You're not gonna tell me who you are. I don't want anything to do with you.
Did you complete your paperwork?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to know what I got to do to get it.
You
If you're not gonna acknowledge who you are and say your name, then don't get involved in
Yeah.
the conversation.
Leave.
Back up, turn around and walk
I'm
away.
just present.
No,
No, you're not.
leave.
You're not private. So then
My
you're
name's
sister.
Curtis.
I didn't ask you. to
Thank
be
you for
here.
being
I didn't
professional.
ask you to come
Try.
down.
That's
I
all
was
we
asked
want.
to come down. They asked you to come down. I didn't ask you to come down. I asked her how I can get that grandma request expedited.
You need
Since
to talk
we're
to
in
the
there in the
grandma
middle of
team about
Since
that.
we're in the middle of
grandma
a court
team?
proceedings.
Yes.
and
There is
the
no
judge
such thing
has
as a
court
grandma
ordered the
team.
documents.
There is a grandma.
There's a document that you have that she fills
She doesn't
out
wanna
and
be
she
on
gives it
camera,
to you. And then you guys gotta act on it.
So how do I
The
get
grandma
it?
team is the one that processes.
How do I
all
get it
the
expedited?
documents. Email the grandma team and let them know.
No,
you
she doesn't
should
have to have an
later.
email. She can ask you for the document. She can fill it out here or request one of you fill it out.
Over the grandma team.
Now, do you guys know and understand that we, the people, have the right to record our documents? So then why is it that she's having a big problem with it?
And why are
And she's a public
She
servant.
expedited you guys down here. Because you're causing a scene and it's.
No, we're not. You're causing the.
Please put a 1 in the comments if you think we're causing a scene.
Yeah, because I think the fire starter was the woman behind the desk who said, "Go get so and so." She's the one that started this scene, basically.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. And the receptionist, just like when I used to be a detail man, you could tell what type of doctor you had to deal with by who the receptionist was. So if you had a real open, nice receptionist, you know, the doctor was the same way. Never failed.
Yeah. Yep.
Disturbance by your attitudes. Number one.
Sir?
Number two, when you put your hands up to my camera like the one lady did, and this lady walking away and putting her hand up, that's called prior restraint. That's violating our constitutional rights for free speech.
Your constitutional right, I understand, is to film, right?
I think you meant free press, right?
No.
Okay.
But
That's
people,
right.
people can choose not to be filmed by walking away
Hey, turn around and
putting
walk
their
away.
hands
When they're
up.
public
Totally-
servants, they don't have that pleasure to
They
do it.
do.
No, they do not.
They
No.
sure do.
They
You guys
do
have
not.
They
duties.
sure do. They can walk away from this
No, they
window.
do not.
You guys have duties. Yeah, she
Right,
could
right.
walk
So we're
away.
serving
She
you.
could wait. She could walk away, but she cannot be yelling and telling to turn off the camera. To turn off the camera.
So she walked away and came and had us come down and talk to you.
No,
You're being
she
served.
walked.
She created the disturbance, and then these two came out saying that you guys were creating this, the
They're
disturbance.
being what's happening here is they're using their positions to harass us. That's what's going on. She just asked us, all that she had to do is fill out the form and then tell her, date stamp it and sign it and give it back to her and say you'll have it in this many days. Do you see that happening here? Why do they have to bring out these two people? Because the lady didn't want to do her job, and all these people are trying to do is show us, oh, we're so powerful, we're going to come out and we're going to tell you what's going to go on here. That's what's going on.
Walked away.
You're still being served.
Can you let me talk? She walked away, yelling, saying to turn off the camera. That we don't need. We can't have cameras.
I hear that. I hear that. But if she doesn't want to be on camera, she can
Okay.
find somebody else.
She could just get up and walk away, not say anything.
Fair enough.
Okay. So hopefully you educate them.
Fair enough.
Hopefully you educate
Fair
them.
enough.
And now you're a
Fair enough
manager here,
is a way
supervisor.
to just
Yeah.
tell
And
Jose be
Curtis,
quiet.
what?
Yeah, my name's Curtis Giles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough is just to shut Jose up.
Yeah,
He's trying to control the conversation.
absolutely. Yeah. So when you want me to pause, just say, "Hey, pause it," because you want to say
Okay.
something. All right.
All right.
Good. There we go.
Okay, Curtis.
And your position?
I'm the associate region director.
What does that mean? Are you the person in charge here?
Yeah, I've worked with Dawn on a couple
Pause
of
it.
complaints.
No, I don't know who this guy.
Remember, he didn't want to talk to me, but he's answering our questions now. Remember? Says, I'm not
Yep.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I sent you a couple voicemails and you okay, well, it
Okay.
doesn't
I don't know
matter.
who you
I still
are.
have a voicemail from you on my phone. So Dawn, I
That's
have
so
deal.
great. So if you sent me a voicemail, then I probably still have that on my
So,
phone
Brian,
as
I have a
well.
curiosity to ask.
So
You're
if you have what you
insincere in
need,
your
we're
thinking.
gonna take off.
Yeah.
No one ever asked for you to be here anyways.
Right, I'm just saying, if you have what you need, we're
You
gonna take off
inserted
because
yourself
I
into
can't
this
help.
conversation.
I can't help you beyond that.
Then you guys are dismissed.
Okay,
You
thanks.
may leave.
Is there anything else
If you
you
got-
need?
You, I just dismissed you.
I want the
We wanted the
question
question
answered. Why
answered.
are you guys so belligerent towards her? And he doesn't like the words I use.
I don't-
Because
I don't-
whatever words I
yeah, we
want to.
disagree with
I don't
being
agree with the
belligerent.
question.
We've tried to do what we can do to
Right,
help.
we want to help you, but we're,
Right, that's their standard answer too.
Yeah.
We want to help you, but
I
we're
can't
Pause
help
it.
you. You've given
We're
me the
busy.
number.
We want to help you, but
Yeah. Are they being helpful? They're being argumentative. They're creating a disturbance. And they said, we created disturbance.
Yep.
So they bring out the two biggest people in the building to tell us to shut up and leave is what they're trying to do. But did
Yep.
they do anything for Don? Watch.
Remember the
maybe
person you
fabricating lies and ruining people's lives and doing what we can to destroy and tear apart
Let me
families.
tell you one other
If
thing.
you have it on
When
file
people
already,
come
I've
in
done
with
multiple
cameras,
requests. The judge
this
has
is a
ordered that you
public
release all the
area.
documents
They
to me.
can't, you need
for
to
each of the
educate your
cases that you
people. They
have.
can't take stuff like this, hold it up
Yeah,
to camera.
sure.
They can't take their hand and put it like this. They can't tell us to leave.
They can, of course, put their hands up.
No, they cannot.
Yes, they can.
By law.
By law, you can, no, you cannot.
Can you read prior restraint, okay?
That's prior restraint.
Read that, prior restraint.
Don't look at me and go, oh,
I'll
I'll
look
look at it.
into that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't need to get it from me. I already know the law.
Okay, great.
And did you swear an oath
What
to
an
protect the
arrogant ass.
Constitution?
He'll get the
No.
law for me.
We're
Why
trying.
does she
we're
need
trying-
a
You're a
copy
one,
of
you're
your
one
driver's
person. They already
license?
know who I am. I've already done this. The judge has ordered it.
Okay.
You have my license on file. For 2.5 years, I worked with this freaking department to get kids brought here from another state. So you know everything about me. I'm sorry that you cannot.
Why
keep the
are you
documentation.
asking for her
Almost
driver's
like the police can't
license?
keep track of their own equipment.
Right.
Part of the application
It's
process.
part of the
We do have to.
application.
You know,
Pause
you
it.
cannot ask her for her driver's license.
If she's requesting
Pause
documents.
it.
No, you cannot ask her for a driver's license.
By
That's
law.
That is a
Cliff.
Fourth Amendment
Pause
violation.
it. I want to tell you, this is where they go back behind the door. They said they have to have her driver's license. Everybody here is not aware, but they already have a copy of her driver's license back there from all the other times that they've harassed her like this. But this is the little game they're playing, see? And if you don't know it, you go, oh, that sounds like a normal request if you want to lick their boots. But the thing is, you don't have to present your driver's license, and they have every bit of information because she took 3 kids from Florida and brought them to Utah. So she's thoroughly been vetted, and they know all this, but they're too damn lazy to do their job. And these two people are terrible human beings. They really are, as far as I'm concerned.
You're
Did you know that?
You're misinformed.
No,
So,
I'm not.
You're
Just
misinformed.
because you said it doesn't make it true.
You're misinformed.
No, I'm not.
If she's requesting records.
The only time you can ask a
Sir,
citizen for their
if she's
driver's
re-
license is if they've committed a crime.
This is
That's the only time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
go because you're empty-headed. You don't know what you're doing. You're a tyrant.
You're misinformed.
You're a tyrant. No, you're misinformed.
77-7-15, read it.
Okay,
Boy,
now I think we
what a
can go
lousy
ahead and go
representation.
outside, Cliff.
Do what?
I
Go
think we can
outside.
go ahead and go to the main thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, to watch her arrest, basically. Yeah. Here we go. And I saw the paperwork that her warrant was quashed in Arizona. I have it. I have that paperwork. So, what they're
So
doing
that's
here
important
is
because
unlawful.
they say they have a warrant for arrest. As a citizen, you have the right to look at it. Let's see what happens.
Hey, Don. Don. Hey, Don. So you're gonna be under arrest, okay? You got a warrant? Oh, put your hands behind your back.
I don't have a warrant.
Oh, put your hands behind your back.
Oh, so this is the harassment of you, Ogden Police
Here, will
Department.
you
You want
take-
to sit
will you
back
take
a little
these
bit, please?
papers? Will you
Thank
take
you.
those papers?
Yeah.
Wait, am
Why
I-
is she under
why do
arrest?
I have a warrant?
I don't know. You
Where's
got a
the
warrant out of Arizona?
No, I don't.
Out of Arizona,
No, I
no,
don't.
she doesn't.
No, I don't.
It got this.
No, I
It got
don't.
sponged.
I don't.
You guys are using
I can
that
show
as an
you right
excuse
now.
for
I can
arrest
show
or
you the
arrest.
document right now on my phone.
We'll look at it.
Well,
We'll look at it.
What's your
Okay,
name,
well,
sir?
It's hard for me to show
Huh?
it to you.
Your name?
Officer B.
I'm
Moore.
handcuffed.
Badge?
1050.
Sir, your name and badge?
Not too
Go ahead and
swift.
verify it. Why am I?
1181.
Do these guys sound intelligent to you?
950?
I'm already in handcuffs. Let go of my fingers.
Step back a little bit.
No, no,
At what point?
no, I'm
At
not.
what point
No,
should I?
no, I can't even touch you.
Close. Step
Get
back.
your
Okay,
fucking
are we
hands
gonna-
off.
We're gonna
Can I
start.
show you my-
No, we're gonna start going.
Okay,
Why
pause
is
it for a
it-
second.
Whoa,
Pause
stop
it.
dragging me.
Stop.
Okay, yeah.
Pause
you
it.
I
are.
can only walk.
Okay.
Cliff,
Thank you.
did you
Guys
notice
gotta
I
give me
was
a chance.
standing
Remember, I
back
got
a very
tremors.
safe? You notice I'm standing back a very safe distance? And when I was
Yeah.
in the other room, I told them that I was a journalist. So when you record a person, you have to get the sound and the picture. That's what I was doing. I wasn't interfering. I like one person to go ahead and tell me I was interfering, and that guy put his hands on me. He had no right to put his hands on me. And when they do, I'm going to use every foul word to him because I know that I've got an out of control officer that all he wants to do is arrest me. That's all he, and watch the back and forth with me trying to, and watch how they drag Dawn out of her saying stop. I mean, this is not a spring chicken. She's I won't want to say her age, but she's up there, and they're dragging her along. And watch this goddamn stupid ass cop keep doing prior restraint, and he threatens me with arrest. I'm a journalist filming, and he wants to arrest me because I'm filming. Watch what they do to Dawn, and watch that fucking cop with me.
Okay, hey, walk slow, relax, man. Why don't you guys relax and take it slow? Don't give me that dirty look. You don't scare me with that dirty look. You don't scare me with that dirty look, bro. You don't. You don't.
He's like burning. I Yeah, no. Oh, no, we let go just a little bit. Now, I'm going to have a fucking bruise.
Chica tu madre.
Okay, quit pushing me up.
Let's go.
Stop. I'm walking. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. You're fucking hurting me.
Don't pull at me.
Then stop fucking dragging me. Stop dragging me.
Back up, sir.
Stop fucking dragging me. Stop dragging me.
You don't back up. I'm gonna put your
Stop
hands up.
dragging me. I'm
No,
walking.
you're not, because I'm not doing anything to deserve it.
You're
Stop
getting
it. You're fucking
I've got a
hurting me.
camera here that
I'm
shows that.
enjoying it, you fucking faggot. How you doing, bitch?
Stay a good distance away from
You and your mother.
Okay. But you need to stay a good distance away from them, please.
Well, there's no law.
Stop it.
There's no fucking
Stop.
law
I'm
whatsoever.
walking. You're fucking
There's
hurting
no
me.
fuck officer safety. You got fucking 5
Am I
guns
able to
here.
record
Fuck you in
anything
the ass.
with him in front of me? Am I
No.
able to record anything with him in front
And
of me?
that's what he's doing. I mean, people in the chat, can you let us know whether you believe this guy was trying to block his camera? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe he was trying to block the camera.
Only
Put
the
a 2 in
blind
the
people
chat if
will
he
say yes.
wasn't. And it takes about 8 to 10 seconds, Walt, for us to hear the answers on that. So
Okay.
there's some ones. There's some ones coming now. I don't see any 2s. Anybody got a 2? Okay, so they all believe that he was trying to block your camera by staying
Oh,
right in front of you.
and it's definitely going to show up now.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Don't walk up on me. I can do whatever I want. No, you can't. That's
Listen, wait, stop. Did you hear that? I can do whatever I want.
Yep, that
Did
cop
you hear
said,
that cop say I can
yep,
do whatever I want? That tells
Yeah.
you the mindset of these sons of
That's-
bitches.
Yep, that's the mindset of them. That's their mentality. They can do whatever they want. There's
Yeah.
no repercussions.
And notice where I'm standing. Notice how far back. And watch this watch this asshole keep getting in front of me.
Yep. I also noticed the way that you walk. You still march like a soldier. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can recognize it.
Fuck you, get out of my face.
Step back.
Don't get in front of this camera when I fucking film it.
Standing right in front of it.
Prior restraint. You want a fucking lawsuit 40 title 42?
Take it back.
1983 dipshit.
Stay back there on the sidewalk, away from this.
Fuck you.
He definitely does not like your language.
I don't like him putting his fucking hands on me, and I'm going to tell him every
Yep.
goddamn. That's when I get set off. I was nice inside. I was nice out there when they came up, okay? But as soon as you
Yep.
put your fucking hands on me, all bets are off.
Yep.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up and don't stand in front of this camera again. I'm not fucking.
So she's being arrested for.
Fucking hands on me like you did.
You're not detained.
Fuck you, Smiley. You little prick, I'll tell you what, you didn't have that badge. Hey, dipshit.
So she's searching him, and he's pulling her.
I could kick your ass too. And I'm 76 years of age, dipshit.
Okay, did everybody hear that? He said, I could kick your ass and I'm 76 years of age. Is that a bold statement or is that a threat? Because I believe it's just a bold statement. He's not saying, I'm going to kick your ass, right? He said, I could kick your ass. That's a bold statement. Everybody agree with that? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with my assessment.
I would assume it was a bold statement because you know, he said, I'm 76 years old and I can kick your ass. And I'm sorry, I'm the smart ass that would say, okay, old man, go right ahead and try it.
But yeah, it's not a threat because he didn't say, I'm going to kick your
I
ass.
said it because he thought I was somebody's punk as an old man. And I
Yep.
wanted to let him know who I was and what my credentials were, and that he's a little prick. Look how happy he is about that comment, too. Look at him. Isn't he? Yeah.
So only one person said two. And if you would, please tell me why you think that was a threat and not just a bold statement. I'd like to highlight that because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the other side's argument, too. I just want to make sure.
And then tell us if you're a police officer, if you have the
Cart
guts.
Carde says, I
Actually,
thought
Or
it
a
was a brag.
bootlicker. Or a bootlicker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cart thought it was
Carte
a
blanche.
brag.
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah.
Cousins is from New Zealand, so that
Oh,
may
so he
be
wouldn't know. Yeah.
right. That may be why there's a difference of opinion there.
I don't know what a brag is. I'm bragging because I can kick his ass, or I don't know.
Wanda, I wouldn't even call it bold. It's probably a fact.
Yeah. I mean, after all, he does have some special training. So he probably could kick his ass even at 76. Here we go.
You know what a Green Beret is?
So this
That's what I used to
so this female officer is searching her, and the male officer is pulling her.
Yeah. They have abused her all the way down, and she's trying to walk her own pace. And look at Officer Moore. He's a fucking dipshit. And Parker, you're a fucking arrogant little asshole.
Cliff,
You're
go ahead
a
and stop
the
it.
kids at school.
Yeah. So, Steve, there's tyranny even in your country, isn't there? Yeah. If you'd be yelling at a cop, you'd automatically be headed for jail in New Zealand. Yeah. Here, that's not legal.
Oh, no, yeah. But here, you still end up in jail because they got their butt hurt right now.
Yeah.
They're going to find something, and that's what they did.
Yep.
I want her keys. I want her keys.
What did I say?
Fuck
Stop
you. I don't
slamming.
give a shit what you say. Fucking dipshit.
Hold on. We gotta see what they weren't done with them.
You don't do nothing with me, dipshit.
Whoa. Stop.
Thing then.
You caught that, huh, Nikki?
My tremors.
Whoa.
Retaliatory.
Didn't that ponytail princess just tell everybody, all right, guys, let's go? And the other, that cop right there say, hold on, we can't. We've got to go find out what they want to do. We've got to go
Yeah,
solicit
I
the
would like somebody to tell me in the audience what they're going to pin on us. What did we do illegally to break the law? I'd like to, especially Denver Metro audits, he's probably laughing his ass off. But what law did I break that they have the right to detain us or even think we did something wrong? Besides, he got his feelings hurt.
Yep, he was butthurt. All right, here we go.
Parker, you're a piece of shit.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. You guys aren't free to leave. You guys aren't free to leave.
Why we detain?
Because
Illegal detainment. Illegally
So you
detained.
do not leave. You are not free to
Trespass
leave.
from a public.
Trespasses from a government building.
They can.
We did not break
You
any
cannot
law.
be disorderly
We
to
broke
fucking
I'm
law
going to see-
Tell
enforcement.
me what law we broke.
You are not free to leave.
Fuck you.
Do not
Your
move.
ass is grass. You're getting a lawsuit.
Okay, so he was pretty emphatic that you are not free to leave. You're detained. So that means don't move until you're no longer detained.
That's illegal detainment. What was the
It is.
reason?
It is. It is illegal, but yet he did it. So you guys are standing where you're standing, and you don't move until you're no longer detained. If somebody tells you here in the future that you're no longer detained, and here we go.
Explain something.
You're not going to explain shit to me, honey. You don't know what you're doing. I used to be a cop.
Okay. Well,
What do you
Fuck you.
want?
I
What are
don't
you trying
talk
to?
to you.
What are you
So,
trying
in
to
the
cop
state
explain?
well, I'm trying to explain to you guys that in the state of Utah, you don't need to trespass you don't need a reason to trespass anybody.
From a private
Can you
property,
stop it for a minute, Cliff?
not from a.
So uneducated.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this chick here with the backpack, is she a ride along or?
Looks like that to me. Could be.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I have no idea who that lady was. I didn't even see her the whole time. You know, they brought
so
her in.
she
They
must be a
brought
ride
her
along.
in so that she
Hang
could
on,
put a
Utah Defender.
complaint
Hang
of
on, hang on,
disturbance.
hang on, hang on. Stop. Don't say anything here on this because of what is happening to Utah Cop Watch right now. We don't
Okay.
know who she is or why she's there.
Exactly.
According to this video, you don't know why she's there. Period. Enough said about that. Sorry to yell. I just had to stop you there because we don't want to say anything incriminating or
Take your
potentially
kids to
have
work
them
day.
potentially have them misconstrue something, right? Got to be careful what we say on this part. Here we go.
Public property.
You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion we committed a
Yeah, so she's completely stupid when it comes to public property. You cannot trespass anybody from public property unless they have reasonable, articulable suspicion that you have committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or have committed a crime.
Exactly.
And so there's no reason for them to have trespassed you from there in the first place. And I don't think you were charged with trespassing either, if I remember right.
Just listen.
Here we go.
crime which you do not. So get the fuck out of my face. You're
Not in your
As
face.
of right
I don't
now,
want to hear nothing you got to say. out of your
committed
mouth.
disorderly
So he's
conduct.
Oh,
I'm not
hell.
saying
Lower your
I
voices.
can't be
quit
disorderly.
swearing.
There's the
Police
sergeant.
officers.
I
Okay,
committed
we have other
disorderly
victims.
conduct. Why would he bring a person out there other than to conspiracy? This is Title 18, 241. He conspired to bring this lady there so he could get a disturbance, I guess. I know you want me to shut up, but that's all I can think of.
Yeah,
I didn't even
and you
see
don't.
her until he said that.
Yep, and we don't even know for sure that that's what she was there for. He could have been lying about that too. All right, here we go.
Here and other people in the building,
Victims.
so keep it down, please.
So you're really gonna put your
You're a fucking sergeant? Are you shitting me?
hold on.
So,
Let them
guys,
be.
just
Get
Let
out
them
of
be.
my face.
we don't need
Let
to
them be.
escalate the situation.
Let them
You
be.
guys already have. You fucking pulled her on a warrant. It's not even there.
So
Have you checked on the warrant? Or are you guys
Don't
gonna
look
do
at me
it?
like that, sister.
it's been verified.
Look,
It's been
girl,
verified?
I'm old enough
She's
Look
a
at her.
liar.
Look at her. You could tell
Yeah.
she's lying.
She lied.
It's been verified.
to be your grandfather. So
Okay.
don't fuck with
That's
me with
not
your dirty
relevant
looks.
to-
Oh, look at her, man. She's. I mean, you can tell she's lied. I mean,
Yeah.
she's looking over at the other cop for backup.
Yeah,
Ver-
it is. Fuck you.
It's verified?
I'm sorry. You feel
Yes,
that
it's
way.
verified.
So it is a warrant?
It's an NCIC hit. Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, you
An NCIC hit is for
Yeah.
sure that there's a warrant. Do you think maybe they didn't update it in time because it was 2 days before this that it was expunged?
I can tell you the NCIC is updated every 24 hours.
Yeah,
So
so they
if
would
it
have
was
had
expunged 2 days beforehand,
they would have had
you
it.
have to give the office that expunged it 24 hours to put it in.
Yeah,
And then it could have not been technically expunged according to NCIC.
right.
However, let me let you know, when you get a hit on NCIC, it tells you where the warrant's from, what the offices that you need to call to verify it. You have to call that jurisdiction, state, whatever, to find out bond amount, whether or not they're going to extradite, and whether or not it is valid. That right there, all it is an NCIC hit. That means
Can I
they
make a
did not
statement?
verify anything.
Can I tell you a little inside information?
Go ahead.
Don found out, and I'm not going to name who it was, from a person that's a bail bondsman, that Ogden called. They found out that it was expunged, and they said, "Why did you expunge that? You need to put it back into place so she has a warrant on her." Think about that. They were soliciting with
No, we can't
the
prove this.
county.
We
Huh?
can't prove this. We can't prove this. This is hearsay,
Well,
right?
Dawn can, because she had it from the bails bond gal that she knew for a fact that that's what happened.
Did she record it?
She probably did.
Oh, if she recorded it, then
Yeah.
it absolutely happened. But
Yeah.
um,
But
we,
look
we,
at
we
the
don't want to say
officer's
that things
face.
are facts unless we have the actual footage.
Look
or
at this
document.
officer's face. Does that look
Oh,
like
yeah.
a face of a surety?
No, she's not being honest at all. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
That's just my opinion, but I'm right. Here we
Yes.
You guys,
If you guys have
are messing
issues-
up because we got paperwork.
Okay, that's fine.
We got
That's fine.
paperwork. She got paperwork and
That's fine.
everything.
That's fine. You guys can fight in court if that's what you guys want.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You can fight it in court. In other words,
Yeah, we'll make your life
the
miserable, and then you get to
process
go
is the
pay all your
punishment.
money.
Yep, the process is the punishment. All right, here we
You
go.
guys think we're lying?
Yeah, I know.
Go investigate.
I know
it.
it's you guys don't care because no matter what, nothing happens to you guys. You guys could violate rights. You guys could. You guys could. Nothing will happen to you guys. You guys get a lawsuit. It doesn't come out of your pocket. It comes out of the citizen's pocket. It doesn't come out
Look
of your
at the
pocket.
arrogant look. She looks
That's
like
why you
she's
have an
Mussolini.
arrogant.
She's acting like she's not even listening to him. She's being arrogant as hell, not even looking at him while he's talking to her. Yeah, it's obvious here.
That's not acting.
Yeah, it's obvious he has disdain and not listening and doesn't care either way. Yeah.
An arrogant fucking attitude.
And let me
You
tell
know.
you something. You better make sure when he comes down here and he says I disrupted any type of peace or anything, I've got it all on camera.
That's fine.
So your asses will be grass.
Okay. We also have body cameras, so.
Does it work?
I hope you know you were not on camera at all until now. Let's stay right here, bro.
So will you stay over here? So
No, I want to be free. I'm walking over here.
Well,
I paid 20 years of my life in the United States Army, and I'm not going to have a dipshit like you fucking give me orders.
Okay.
I'm only
well,
staying
I'm sorry
here
you feel
because-
that way. Just let my
I'm not
sergeant
sorry I
have.
feel that way. I'm sorry
Well,
that
I
you're a
didn't say
police
that you were
officer.
sorry. You guys are the ones who are actually escalating the situation.
Okay, so just so everyone knows the unedited version, there was an officer that told them they were no longer detained. Utah
Oh, you can
defender
hear it in
walked
this.
away.
You can hear it in
Okay.
it where I thank him for letting me go. You'll hear it.
Okay.
You're
That-
not.
how's
You are
that?
by
See?
arresting her. They
So,
escalated the situation
it's
by
not-
calling the police
okay.
department.
You don't
and
need to yell at me. I
That's the
haven't
way he
been yelling
talks.
at
That's
you
the way
whole
I talk.
time, okay.
That's the way he
So here's
talks.
the thing: the sergeant is over there talking to someone that has made claims that you have been disorderly.
You guys are
Okay.
free to go.
Hey, why don't you shut
See,
the fuck
we're
up?
free to go.
You guys are free to go.
And listen
So-
to me thank him, and then I walk
Yep.
away from Jose
Yep.
because I'm getting
Jose-
sick right now.
Yep, Jose. Yeah, and you want to walk back to your car, and they're blocking the sidewalk over there. Okay, here we go.
Turn around and shut the fuck up.
Tolman, I
Shut the
will
fuck
tell
up.
you, thank you for telling me.
See, I just
Why
thanked
don't you
him
turn
right
around and
there.
shut the fuck up?
I said thank you.
Talk to her. What is she talk? What is she's accusing us? Hey, I hope you know you were never on camera until now. Never on camera until now.
I'm standing in the background behind
respected your
Jose
privacy
sick
in there.
right now.
What'd you say?
I said I'm standing on the background back behind Jose, and I probably have half my hearing, so I can't hear like everybody. You already know that.
Yeah, you wear hearing
So-
aids, and you didn't have them in.
Well, I don't wear them because the background noise drives me nuts. But what you're going to hear is he goes, "Oh, you're not detained." He never told me. I never heard him. I think this was where they did the setup on me.
Yep.
So what is it, you fucking clown? We are or we're not?
We're getting other information. Right now, you guys are detained.
So God
I never heard
Well,
that.
see, you were already gone. You were already headed towards your car.
Yeah.
Yep. And your video will show that. But
Exactly.
they confiscated your phone.
to go, and
Mhm.
now we're detained again.
That's what they told
Yeah?
me.
I am hanging out here.
Please stop antagonizing.
I'm antagonizing. I'm asking questions.
Fucking criminal act.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
You don't work.
Let's see what kind.
You don't pay
You're
my
the
taxes.
sovereign
I pay my
citizen.
own taxes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. You
You
can
don't
kiss
pay my
my
taxes.
ass.
We pay taxes, and you pay
Well,
taxes.
he's saying he pays my taxes.
That's right.
I'm letting him know I pay my own.
Yes,
No,
by the
dipshit.
citizens'
Through my
tax
taxes,
dollars.
You get a paycheck.
Okay. You don't pay my taxes, sir. I pay my own taxes.
Yes, by the
Yeah,
money that you
you're
get
right.
from the
You knew what the
citizens.
hell I was saying.
Okay. Just remember that next time someone else speaks.
I'm not going to do anything you say. How's that?
All right.
Why would I listen to a shitbag like you?
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm not. I'm not sorry I feel that way.
I never
It's
said
true.
you were.
It's
I never
true.
said you were.
Do you know that when history gets rewritten
You guys
again,
are on the wrong
you
side
guys
of this.
you guys are gonna be known as the Nazis of this century? You guys are gonna be the Nazis of this century.
DMA, another cop who thinks they pay taxes. Nate the Great, effing useless female cops. Yep. There we go.
Why is that?
Because you guys are sovereign citizens, and you guys mistreat people. You just mistreated a woman that has no warrant. And you guys have her in the back of the car. Yes, we could.
How did you
And
do
she
that?
could verify it. And
Can
she
you
told
pause
you.
for a second?
And she told you. No, she.
Okay, I just want to say that I'm very sick right now, and I want everybody to watch what is said and what I do. I want people to tell me if they think that I did anything to step forward or fight this guy or anything. Remember, they told us to stay on the sidewalk. I remember now that I am been released, okay? And this happens. I want everybody right now to see what happens. And I would really like to know their opinion
Perfect. Here we go.
because I'm told
She
I
has it on her
committed violence.
phone, and she told you that she has the proof, and you refuse to watch to see it.
Hey, please don't step behind my sergeant.
Hey, he said we're free to.
Do you see how she yelled and created an alert here for the sergeant? Okay, let's continue.
Go.
Go over there.
Listen to Jose.
Turn around. Okay, turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Did everybody see that he did stop when she said, "Hey, don't walk up behind my sergeant"? He was stopped. And then he freaked out. He was triggered by what she had said and came over to him and started grabbing him.
For what?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
That's a no,
So
man.
look at you.
Relax.
Now I'm
That's a
trying
no,
to
man.
keep my balance from going forward.
Whoa. Can you back it up just a little bit and look at that little fucking ponytail princess bullshit? When she grabs him, she acts like she's gonna fucking take him down.
Well,
Like
they're
she's
trying
gonna do
to.
a leg bar on him.
They're trying to. They're trying to put me face down. And that's why I'm trying to keep my balance. And he takes it as resistance. And you know that's theatrics. He's just trying to
Let's go to
say
half
that.
speed. We're going to half speed on this. Here we go.
Good.
And you refuse to watch to see it.
Hey, please don't step behind my sergeant.
Hey,
she
he
triggers
said
him.
we're free to go.
Go over there. Go over there. Turn around. Okay. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
For what?
Right there. Look at her.
Oh, God.
That's a no.
Fucking little bitch ass. Pardon my language, but no. That right there is a fucking pussy move. And she's an itty bitty female doing a man's job. She has no reason to be a fucking cop. If she's going to be a fucking cop, she needs to be on a desk.
Now, I want to show you what liars they are. This little fat Tubillard woman right there in the middle of the picture. Watch what she says to Jose.
No, man.
See, this guy, though, he wanted to arrest Jose.
Yeah.
Big time.
He keeps
He
bouncing
was
back and
expecting
forth at
him to
Jose.
react. He was expecting him to react. So
This
he
is
put
all
cuffs on him,
planned to
too.
do this to me.
Yep. Look what they're doing to you. All right.
And
here we
that
go.
sergeant
Let's
really
put it
cranked
on
up my
regular
arm.
speed.
Look at him. And they're trying to put me on my face on the concrete.
That's a no, man. Relax. Don't worry, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, so he said she's looking to see if he's going to interfere, and he's saying, "Don't worry, I'm not going to interfere." Yes, let's put it back on normal speed now.
Listen to what she says, though, about the whole thing.
Make sure he doesn't interfere.
You don't need to twist my arm around like that. I do, because you're resisting. No, I wasn't.
Notice how he looked at your camera when he said you were resisting.
Yeah.
Like,
The other thing is,
they're all playing for their own cameras too.
I had been released, and he never said I was under arrest until after they grabbed me and he assaulted me.
Yep. And then
Anybody
you were
else see
under
it
arrest, and
different?
that's when, yep. Does anybody else see anything like that that differs from what he just said? Was he in the wrong? Did he hit the officer? Or should he have not done what he did? Put a 1 in the chat if you did everything correct. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't think he did, and explain why. All right, let's play it and we'll get some answers here. Lion 1 said sickening.
I am relaxed, dipshit.
Can I have his keys? Can I have his keys so I could drive home?
Let them finish, okay?
Here's what SC Phoenix said: kidnapping for feelings being hurt. That's what they're saying. And this guy, Tyrants, butt me up. 1. So we're getting 1s. I haven't seen anybody disagree with our assessment of what actually happened here so far. Yep. Okay, they're all on your. They all agree.
But again, I want to say, I was released. I was going to my car. I stopped when she yelled that out. I didn't go any farther. And I was reacting for him to hit me. When he hit me, I brought my arms up, but I didn't try to hit him back. And that happened, I think, twice. He assaulted me. If anybody doesn't think he assaulted me, I'd like to see a 2.
And how many officers are surrounding you right now? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the witness over there, I guess, or whatever she is. I don't know.
There's 4. You've got, look, you've got the one to the left facing this, or to his right facing the street. You've got Utah Defender. You've got the asshole with the red hair. You have another male with the beanie cap on, right next to him.
There's a
and
gal
then
named.
Don't forget that little fucking ponytail princess.
Yeah.
Oh
who
yeah,
broke her
she's over
nail.
there too. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Here we go.
You fucking break my shit? Yeah, because you're sovereign citizens and you can do it, right? You like this, Jose?
Yeah.
You guys are fucked. I used to do.
You guys are very violent, huh?
It's on. You don't have to.
Why he keeps turning over here to see if I'm walking over there? One of your officers keeps going like this. He's so fucking scared, man.
Jose, get my stuff.
Yeah, I'll get your stuff. Can I get his stuff when you guys are done? When you guys are done? For sure.
Now, old guy Mitch has a thing that's up.
Yeah, Utah, use the elder, a use law against them. That's a false imprisonment, illegal detention, and filing a false legal document is what I think he meant to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
I do those typos all the time too. I hit the H when I should have hit the G, and that's because of my tremors. So,
and that should be a B in the AUs. It should be
right.
ABUSE.
Abuse. Yeah, abuse the elder. Okay.
What city? This was in Ogden.
Ogden. Ogden.
And in the description of this, I do have the Ogden Sheriff's Office. Let me make sure
No,
before I
yeah.
open my mouth.
No, we
This
need
is the police department.
Yep, Ogden City Police Department. Yep. No, I know you can spell, Mitch. I think you just had some typos in there. You tried to go too fast and missed a button here and there. I do the same thing. All right, here we go.
Yeah, in the description of this, I do have Ogden City Police Department, their address, their phone number, and the Weber County Sheriff's website.
Yep, it's
And
pronounced Weber.
oh, sorry.
No
I
worries.
do believe when I looked on that website that there might have been a place to file a complaint also.
Oh, sweet.
But we're not telling anyone to do that. We're just giving you the information on what's out there, and you can go and do what you want to with that information.
Yeah, it's all public information, so we're not doing anything. And I see that one of our mods has put in the phone number. It's just public information. We're not telling you to do anything.
Yeah, I'm 40% disabled. I'm 40% disabled from a night combat jump.
Well, I was kind of paying attention to you, so I don't see what happened. But
So you noticed our woman that started the whole thing. She says I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. I was trying.
So if she tries to testify in court now that you did anything wrong, Brady list, here we come.
But remember, cops don't lie.
No, they never lie.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Can you find out
what was doing?
It looks like something escalated between him and my sergeant. I didn't.
Trust me, guys, this gets even more egregious here if you haven't seen this before.
Hog Fan for Life wants to know if there was an auditor called Ogden Audits or something like that a few years back.
Yeah, I don't think Utah Defender would know that. Now, Utah Cop Watch might know because he's been out here for a long time. Utah Defender's fairly new at this, and he's basically focused on one particular case, except for now he's involved in this new one. But I think this is retaliation for what his journalism has been doing over the last, 2 years now, a year and a half. Well, actually,
yeah,
a little
about
over a
2
year.
years. Yeah, but I was told all the police departments in Davis County have a picture of me, and they've been briefed on me. Because you look at my one video where I have a confrontation with the sheriff of Davis County, and he calls me Walt, and I never introduced myself to him. That's when I found out.
Yeah, they all know who you are, and I imagine Weber County all knows who you are as well. So, so that could be another reason why you're in cuffs right now here on video.
Also,
yeah, please don't call and make threats.
When and or if you use your rights to redress your government, please do it as professionally as possible. Do not make threats. Making threats is what causes problems within the community because then we all get called, those people.
Yes.
Yeah. Please don't make any threats. Now, we know that there's probably trolls that hang out and look at videos and then call and make, from a burner phone or whatever, and they do that kind of stuff. So let's make sure that we're not doing it. That's all we ask. Don't ever do that.
I have a heart condition too.
Is this your ride or is this just a passerby?
Just passerby.
Notice my pants.
Look at the way you guys are making him.
I can speak like that all I want.
Not when it affects somebody like this.
Yes,
Victim
I
of
can
disorderly
speak all I
conduct.
want to.
I already explained that.
No, I have a First Amendment right to use any
Not
word
when
I
it
want
affects
to.
other people.
Even with that woman there, if I'm not mistaken, Cliff, I can cuss as much as I want.
That's freedom of speech according to the First Amendment. Yeah, and
Yeah. Do you think I
and
would like to see
you
people?
speak in a loud voice naturally, so
I would
that's
like
just
to
your natural
see.
volume.
I would like to see in the chat how many people think that this sergeant, that's his ass right there with the little skull cap on. How many people think that he knows what he's doing?
Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you think he knows what he's doing. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he's just stupid. I mean, and I'm not saying he's stupid, but you know, monkey
He
see,
made so many
monkey do.
mistakes. He made so many mistakes. First, he's attacked me. Now he's telling me I can't say certain words.
Yeah, because
This
there's
is
a
the
bystander.
problem.
Because they know
Yeah.
they can't be the complainant. Yeah. So why did they bring her out there? I wonder. Why did they bring her out there in front of all the commotion?
Because they conspired with her
right
to
about it.
make charges.
Well, that's we don't know that for sure, but it kind of seems a little fishy why she would be out there. It really does. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Pull my pants
I tried
up.
telling him not to.
No, they're not.
Look at his pants are down.
What's this back here?
Look at that. Look at the way they're treating a veteran.
If you're gonna pull my pants down, you can pull them up.
And I'm not afraid. I'm LDS. I wear, those are religious garments. So they're just not insulting me. They're insulting my religious faith.
Yeah, I think I believe all of your First Amendment rights have been violated just in this one video here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Yeah, if you could let that if you get a chance, can you let that girl know in the glasses that when we were in there, we respected her privacy. We didn't even look.
And I'm mad right now because my cuffs are on way too tight.
I don't go.
Yeah, I know. We're going to hear that part too. Yeah, your cuffs are on too tight. We're going to hear you say so.
And you can see how long it took them to take them off.
Here we go.
Which was ridiculous.
I know how to be around cops. I know how to be around cops. I'm gonna stay here.
Here's another thing. I just don't want this situation.
Does anybody help me with my pants?
Okay.
And I was saying my free speech.
Is that fair?
And that fucker grabbed onto it. I told him to take his hands off.
Yeah, don't worry. I know how to be around cops. I know how to do my job without interference.
Good catch there, old guy Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Good catch. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're doing.
That's exactly.
Well, just my opinion, but I think I'm right.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Here we go.
Here.
Get you. I need my pants pulled up. You're going to ignore me, aren't you?
Sorry, can I get your name and badge number?
Sure.
Jose.
Name there.
Can I get your name? Can you say your name?
Hinojosa.
And your badge?
Will you step over here so we're not in this lady's way?
Get that?
Jose, I want you to come over and feel my pants.
See how he's continuously giving Utah Cop Watch directives, continuously trying to distract him from keeping the camera on.
Exactly.
There we go.
I got it already. I got it.
Cuffs on too tight. I've asked him several times.
I got it.
I believe that was an undercover cop right there in that gray car.
Yeah, I think so too, because he did have the lights, like the lights and sirens, and I think he was trying to obstruct Utah Cop Watch. That's why Utah Cop Watch moved over here.
Well, they were trying to block his shooting it.
Yeah, obstruction.
Yeah.
Prior
Again.
restraint.
And there's the license plate number.
Yep. Here we go.
That way you're out of the business.
Look how long my pants have been down. You're right, our guy.
I can tell you're getting very frustrated too that they're not pulling them up. So
This is
Oh yeah.
I got your pants too.
Yeah, and I've asked them, I don't know how many times to loosen my cuffs and they haven't done it.
And my cuffs are on excruciating. They're so tight,
here's
I can't believe it.
the guy.
And there's the
that
little
trespassed.
dickhead in the blue shirt. So they're soliciting a trespass on Utah cop watching myself. That sergeant is. They went in to get him.
I
Look,
believe they'd already called. They already called. That's why they said, okay, we got a reason. Let's look for a warrant on her so we can arrest her when we get there, and then we'll work out what we can do with the other guys once we get
oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're evil people, you know. We're
Just-
bad
just-
citizens.
And these are our opinions too. I mean, we're not stating this as fact. We don't have proof, but man, oh man, this sure does look shady. Here we go.
That's from a public area. So his vehicle's parked here, and I'm here. Here's my ride. So can I get the keys so I can take off with it?
So long as he's
Jose,
okay.
come over here and pull my pants up, please.
I can.
Why?
But then I'll get arrested too. So one of them has to be out. So
I think Utah Cop Watch is very smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. He's been dealing with cops for a long time, and he knows he needs to stay out of cuffs because
Kansas is right too.
Yeah, solicitation and conspiracy. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well. Here we go.
are you okay with me taking the possession of your keys and everything?
Yeah.
And can he also take possession of your vehicle? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
I didn't even like her putting her mouth in there.
Well, I was just.
Oh wait, I already have his keys. I already got your keys.
Yeah, come over here and get the rest of my stuff.
We'll do that.
He'll give it to me.
Okay.
I'll get it right now. Don't worry.
By the way, Cliff, I never got a receipt for my phone. Or
Yeah,
a
they never.
wallet.
They steal it in this video that we were watching, and say they're going to keep it for evidence.
Yeah, the sergeant, Sergeant Hill, the dumbass.
Yeah. And they never even gave you a receipt for it for that property. So they might just come back and say, "Oh, we never got a phone," or
Yeah,
well, there's on video that they did. But they might say, "Well, if you don't have a receipt."
Yeah, and this is how many friends that Hill has.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, he's number one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's the highest score he got on a test. and how many legitimate children his mother had.
I love the colorful way that you redress grievances against government. I like it.
Just trying to be funny.
Freedom of speech.
You guys did not detain me. Yeah. Your sergeant put his fucking hands on me. He had no right to put his fucking hands on me.
He didn't.
And shit for brains over here yells out, "Don't walk up on my sergeant."
That's what
That's what triggered it.
Yeah, that's what triggered it.
I had no intentions of hurting anybody.
Yeah, she said that, and then that's why the sergeant turned around all violent.
And isn't it intent? You have to have intent to do something before they arrest you. He didn't intend to interfere with what they were doing.
No,
there has to be intent. And
I wanted to go to my car. I felt like I was going to blow lunch.
Yep. Here we go.
Here, Jose, get a picture of this.
Here we go.
Since they're not going to pull my pants up.
Wow.
Well, you jumped up and down.
So what? She says she jumped up and down. Well, so what?
Yeah, you guys purposely didn't pull them up.
The thing of it is, audience, do you remember how they perp walked that woman? How fast they were making her walk? If they'd have done that same thing to Utah Defender right here, right now, if they'd have perp walked him with his pants loose like that, they'd have come down and he'd have went right on his face because he's in handcuffs and he wouldn't have been able to stop his fall. Okay? So it's very important that he did what he did to make them put his pants all the way up.
Exactly.
Great presence of mind, Utah Defender.
I did that because I wanted my pants up. These are my religious garments to protect me, and they're defaming them.
Yep.
They're insulting my faith by not pulling my pants up. They don't care.
They don't care. Look at them. They don't even make a move to
No.
put them back up.
None at all.
All you gotta do is let go of my arm and fucking pull him up.
Can
Look
you
at
pull
that.
his pants up, please?
Yeah, Utah Cop Watch had to say, "Can you pull his pants up, please?" And then they look at each other and finally do it. That's just asinine.
All the way up. All the way up. There's your slipping anywhere. All the way legs.
All right, let me get back.
Did I deserve all that?
I just don't want you to think.
And the other thing is the handcuffs are on so tight. My fingers are just numb.
Well, your hands were turning red almost, just a couple minutes after they put them on.
They put
So,
2 sets on.
oh,
You know the gum commercial, double the fun, double the pleasure.
Yeah.
Double mint.
Double the pain. Yeah.
and Cliff,
None of your business why. Really. I mean, that's all I got to say about that. He knows why. And he's going to remain that way. Okay? Delete that comment too. There we go.
I'm attacking you and say and then I get arrested because I didn't do anything. Just like he didn't do anything.
Utah Cop Watch is smart.
I never went up to him. I stayed back behind him. I was not detained. I was released. And you.
all right, how long were you in custody?
Me?
Yeah.
You mean like when I went to the jail?
From here until you got released, yes.
It was 12 or 11 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night.
No, it was 11 o'clock in the morning that you were arrested. What time
Yeah.
did you get out of jail?
I think it was 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. I don't remember, really. I don't.
So 12 to 13 hours, but you had to
Right.
post bail to get out.
Yes.
Yes. So we're gonna. It's pretty much all the action on this one. Kind of is really. I mean, if folks, if you want to see the rest of this video, just
I
go
would
over
like
to
you to
Utah
play
Cop
where I would Cliff, I would like you to play where Utah, it's the best part of the video.
Okay,
Where
let me
they
scroll
try to
over
get
to
the
where.
ID of Utah Cop
Yeah,
Watch and what he
yeah,
says to him.
yeah. I'll do that. I'll pull over to that, and then folks, if you want to see the rest of this particular video, just go to Utah
They
Cop
said
Watch.
they said they were going to take it down because of the privacy complaint.
Yeah, and they did break his gimbal.
Yep.
And gave it to Utah Cop Watch. Okay. There we go. Let's go to the very end.
It's just the inflection and the way that Utah Cop Watch says to the sergeant. And he's an asshole because he says, "You're not part of this." Well, if he wasn't part of it, why did they do what they did that we found out today?
Yep. Here we go.
Gangster.
Gangster. This is good.
She's following charges of something.
I wouldn't show
don't know
this.
what.
No, this isn't the place.
Camera towards her or
It's
nothing?
over by where he hands him the weapon, the gimbal.
Oh. Where is it? There?
Dickhead, huh? All right.
Right here's where we
it's
talk.
okay. You want to
Right there. That's it. The second time.
see, Sarge? That,
You were identified as the No, what you did is you put your hands on me.
He doesn't want to hear it because he knew he was wrong, so he walked away.
so, are they following charges, Sergeant?
What's that?
Are they following charges or something?
So that's really not your business. Remember, you didn't have any part of this.
Well, Squirrel Lee, I don't think she'll even talk to me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You gotta be a dickhead, huh? All right.
Dickhead.
Hey, it's okay. You want to be a dickhead? It's okay. It's your right. Be a dickhead. That's it.
And he was pissed because of that. But it's the way that Jose says it. You're a dickhead. Oh, it's okay. It's your right. You can be a dickhead. Anyway, I like that part.
Yeah, I did too. All right. Now this next video. This is hours later when you do get out of jail. This is how you get treated in jail if you don't kiss their ass. People won't treat animals this way. This is the bad conditions of the jail. And I am going to share this.
And actually, Utah,
Yes.
that video by Justin Pulliam, I think you might want to look at it. I will email you the link when I
Thank you.
find it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does say that we are press. We have the right to do the job that you are doing.
And you have
Yep.
to remember at
Citizen
the very
journalism.
at the very beginning of the video, I tell the lady in there that I'm a journalist gathering content for a story, just so she
Yep.
knows who I am.
Yep.
So that sets off the whole video. I try to do that.
All right, so this is hours later. This is how you get treated in jail. Some folks might not be able to stomach this, but get an iron stomach. We're going to show it anyway.
Yes, sir. What's up, you rebel? You, huh?
Let me tell you what happened. First time I've ever been in jail, right? They charged me with the slew of shit.
Oh yeah, I know already.
Yeah.
I got you.
Did you look at the video?
So just so everybody knows, this man has no criminal record whatsoever, not even a traffic ticket. Okay? So just keep that in mind here. Look at the treatment of the jail that he describes here.
Your video?
Oh yeah, it's all over YouTube now.
Oh God, really?
It's all over YouTube.
Are you
bro.
filming me now?
Yeah. Tell us what happened. Tell us
I
your
could not-
experience in here because they
John's
told
in there
me.
right now,
Yeah.
and since 12 o'clock, we have not been allowed to even take a shit or piss.
Well, they told me that you were being uncooperative with them all this time being in here. So what? I mean, shit. What they did to you, what they expect for you to lick their boots?
They deserve everything I said to them.
Yeah.
I had to tell Drake, the gal let me go. I said, I'm not being disrespectful.
Mhm.
I have a right to say what I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, the stupidest freaking charges.
When I walked up to that guy, I went over to the guy that first put his hands on me, okay? And he said, you guys are dismissed. I went over and thanked him, and I walked away, and I started walking up the sidewalk. I was going to my car. They were blocking the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And he ran. So Duarte said, don't walk up on my sergeant like that.
Yeah.
And he just came out of the thing, and he didn't say I'm under arrest, detained, or anything. He just grabbed me.
Yeah,
and I took his
pushed it.
hand, and I pushed it away. I said, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
The next thing I know, I'm encircled by 6 people.
Yeah.
And then they take my camera.
Yeah. They didn't give it back to you?
Fuck no. They have it as an evidence.
That's against the law because they need a warrant.
So they did take his work product, right?
Yes.
That's a federal violation. Title 42.
And I really hope, I want to say this, Cliff. I hope that some stupid son of a bitch from Ogden is watching this right now. Take note of what Cliff is saying. I have Sergeant Hill by the balls.
And Miss Prosecutor, we're not being disrespectful to you, but this is a loser. And in my opinion, I think you should dismiss this case right away or put in for dismissal
Thank you.
to the judge. And I know that you've already drawn up the motions. You asked in open court to dismiss the charges. You also asked for your phone back because it was a violation of your First and Fourth Amendment right. And so according to the transcripts, you've already filed those motions because you filed it verbally. So even though she's requesting it in writing, which you've done too, you're covering the bases.
Yeah,
and the bases
it's
are
in this
covered.
binder. And I want to tell everybody how good Cliff is. I kind of want to stop and say this.
No, don't do that. I'm not that good.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Cliff, do me a favor and just shut the fuck up for a minute, would you?
All right, watch
All right.
this.
Okay,
He's
wait, let me
muted. He
finish
can't
this.
say anything. So now you go
Yeah,
right ahead.
Cliff, in a way, you think he's badgering you, and he gets the bad side of shit, and you want to go commit suicide when he talks to you about what you're up against. So here's what happened. I actually, when I got done being in front of, I told Cliff, I said, Cliff, I cuss a lot, but when I get in front of the authority, you're going to see a totally different guy you've never seen before. So it went so well because of Cliff's educating me that when I walked out, Cliff can verify this. I had two people come up to me and ask me if I could defend him. Seriously, they thought I was an attorney.
Yeah, no, you did a wonderful job.
And Metro
DMA says they need
Denver
a
Metro
warrant
Audit
to
stood
go
right.
through the phone. They need a warrant to go through the phone, but not to confiscate it. Federal Law 42, Section 2000 AA, they cannot take your work product. It is your journalistic equipment. So they violated federal law when they seized his camera because he's
Yeah,
going to
I actually,
disseminate
where they
the
emphatically
information
say
in
no
it.
other law can trump it.
Exactly. Yep.
Just so everybody knows, I know you want to move along, but I would like, you gave me the, I'm trying to find it right now.
I am a block of ice, pain in the ass. Yes.
It's that
There it
Title
is.
42 2000 AA law.
Right.
Yes.
Look
Yep,
that up.
Wanda has it.
Wanda Mize has it on the
Yeah,
screen right now.
yeah, and that tells you no other law can trump the fact that they cannot take my phone without a warrant. Period. That sergeant screwed up big time.
Yep, I agree. DMA might have more information for us, but as far as I can tell, that's what I see here, and that was one of the reasons why you put in a motion to for them to make sure and give you your phone back, because they don't have a warrant. It doesn't look like a judge is even going to sign off on a warrant like that. So that's good so far. So is there a record of the phone? Question mark. I'm not sure what you're asking, Justin.
Well, I can tell you that there probably is not per se because Utah said that he did not get a receipt for his property that was being held as quote unquote evidence. So if there's no receipt, then how can you prove that there's a phone?
Well, seeing that they're dirty, yeah, I could see him do that. But remember, cops never lie; and they're always fair.
Well, and plus they have body cam, and plus we have our own footage that they took his phone. And they didn't give it back to him. So,
That's a good idea, Stephanie.
yeah, that's true. And he got his phone back. So that would be a good question for him. Maybe I'll try to connect a Utah Defender with him. All right. They are supposed to itemize your property that they seized as well. So on your receipt, when they gave you that, what did they give you back? Anything? Did they have any other, I mean, like your wallet, your debit card, and all that? Did they have everything?
Yeah, yeah. I could tell they went through everything in my wallet.
Okay. All right. Well, let's watch this because this is where controversy comes in, according to some people. And I think Utah Defender will explain why he did what he did.
Just telling them in there, there was a guy named Wilfred or Wolfie or something like that. Herrera was the sergeant in charge. And then there's a guy named Nielsen. These sons of bitches wouldn't let me shit for 6.5 hours. You don't do that to you. And then there was piss all over the floor. I have in my pocket human shit that was all over the floor in there. I picked it right there. That's human shit.
Now you have the evidence baggie that you showed us before we went live. If you want to show that to the audience, that you still have
Well,
it.
yeah, I've got it. Just a second. The thing that I want to say here is that I used to clean up autopsy tables when I was 18. And, you know, I did ask the corrections officers, I did ask them, could you gift wrap all this shit on the floor for me so I could take it as evidence? But they go, oh, we don't have any gift wrap. I mean, how else was I going to pick up the shit? Really? So there it is, right there. There's the shit right down there.
Yeah.
I've got to prove, you know, what this fits the drain. It's in the shape of the drain.
Yes, let's let the video kind of explain why you did what you did. Here we go.
Okay.
How did you get
And
in
they
your
expected
pocket?
me to pee in a little fucking 5-inch drain, shit and pee in there.
Shit and pee in there?
Yeah. And Don's going through the same thing. They think that you have no right to say anything. So I said, I need some toilet paper. The guy took 20 minutes. And then I pushed the thing down. It fell down. I said, hey, I need toilet paper. I need to take a shit. That's when I first got here at 12 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
40 minutes.
When the guy finally took another 20 minutes, he was going to show me he wasn't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then what does he do? He comes to the thing and I said, what is your fucking malfunction? I need some toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. They escorted me over to a little shit room cold as hell. My heart's killing me.
So that part again, everybody stopped when you said that. And they all came and got you out of that room and put you in this other room. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
it was all planned as far as I'm concerned.
yeah. So you don't even have a right to complain because they'll treat you worse.
Who makes anybody wait? They should have had a toilet paper already in that room. But who makes a person wait and beg for toilet paper for an hour?
They do that in the jail and all over the country.
Oh yeah, now I learned that. Yeah, yeah.
You learned that you don't want to go back, right? Yeah.
I should go to the fucking ER.
If I end up
I'm not
going
feeling
back,
good.
I'm going to suffer what I have to.
Yeah. Here we go.
110. The top of my blood pressure was 210. 210.
Mm-hmm.
And when they just took it, it was 185.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be 120 over 80.
Yeah, you want to go to the... Well, Cliff is on his way. He should be here pretty soon.
Good.
Oh, wait, who did he say was on his way?
Cliff.
Cliff? Who's Cliff?
I don't know who in the hell he is.
Neither do I. Here we go.
I didn't do anything wrong.
No, you were walking on the sidewalk. They were blocking the sidewalk.
Yeah, and I was
and then that cop, they yelled, don't walk behind my sergeant like that. Then the sergeant just turned around and jumped and went towards you.
He didn't say I was arrested or anything. He just put his hands on me, and I think I went just like this.
Yeah, I saw. I think I got.
And then I wanted to go to blows. I was so pissed off because Dolan or whatever the fuck's name was that I said, thank you for letting us know that we're not under detainment anymore. I went over to him. You saw me with my camera. Now they take my fucking camera from me. In here, they don't let me take a shit. Okay. It's cold. They purposely turned the temperature down to probably 50 degrees in there. Dawn's going through shit right now. I feel bad.
Anything? Have you heard anything from her?
Yeah, we were trying to talk, but because of my years in the military, I want to tell everybody out there, you can be I'm 76 years of age. I have a heart condition. They wouldn't even help me with my heart condition in there. I told them who to call to find out what medication I needed. I needed to take it at 3 o'clock, and they didn't do a fucking thing. Even the nurse wouldn't do it.
Do you get their names?
Yeah, I got to come back and do a FOIA request.
Yeah, we got to get all the body cameras.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah,
all of them.
they're fucked. I knew
you
when
know-
when he put his hands on me, I go, I said to the sergeant, you can, didn't I say that in the thing? I go, get your hand off me.
Yeah.
And I took this and I pushed him away. And then I turned around. Next thing I know, he purposely took my camera and tried to bend the stick. They took the stick. That's evidence to show you how forceful it was. Then he told me, oh, this gal over here, after they put the handcuffs on me, then they tell me that I'm under arrest because this gal, they went and solicited a gal to come out and say I was disturbing the peace. I never know who that guy was. Who was that guy?
Remember she was in that room. She was in that room that you turned around.
We didn't
and then
even talk to her. She's behind the door.
I know, and that you turn around and I say, oh no, she's not she's not an employee.
Jethro.
Remember? And then you're like, okay.
And I took my camera off her.
And then so I told that lady, we gave you the respect when we were in there to not show your face, not record you. We gave you privacy and everything, and then you come out here and planted yourself out here. Now you're gonna be on the internet. Now you're.
Well, and here's the thing. You guys you don't try to film citizens when you're in public buildings. Both of you.
No, we don't
have that kind of a rule. You can, though. Legally, you could do that.
Yeah,
so,
we don't try to film. No.
Yeah.
We know that.
So I think I don't know. I don't. So did they just get a trespass from her? Is that what? Nobody really knows why she was out there or what that was about, or if she even filed a complaint. She was filling out something, but at that point she hadn't signed anything that you guys can tell, right? It just doesn't look like she's a witness to anything, really. I mean,
I agree with Kansas too.
And witness to what? What crime? There was no crime. So what is she a witness to?
I think that Sergeant Hill, this is a conspiracy, brings this person out there so he can say that I'm disturbing the peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the whole purpose of it. He could have protected her and not brought her out there, but he never removed her from the scene because he wanted to bring up phony charges of disturbing the peace. That's why she was there.
I think
because I
you're
told
right.
him.
Put a one in the chat, everyone, if
him in
you
a
think that's
previous-
the case. Put a one in the chat if you think that's the case, that they wanted to bring her out there so that they could charge Utah Defender with disturbing the peace. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it was probably for a different reason.
I would like anybody to tell me I was charged with violence. Did you see me commit violence?
Yeah, put a 2 in the chat if you did not see him commit violence. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he did. After and starting.
And Justin's right.
Let's wait. Let's get this vote out there first. So we see a bunch of 1s.
Well, I'll tell you, you committed violence on their egos with your freedom of language.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah. That's a great facetious comment, by the way.
She was a
I figured, I
there we
figured
go.
you would like it.
Bob Niehoff thinks that she was a ride along. She was doing a ride along, or take your daughter to work. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of looked that way too. It could have been, but that's the only reason why he said 2. Other than that, all we have is 1s. Well, there's Justin Thompson here, but he's not explaining his 2.
Yeah, Justin, if you're going to be on here and put a 2, justify it, please.
Well, and he might have been doing the vote on the other thing that I wanted people to do.
Well,
right, right.
If you
because you guys did them right back to back.
Yeah. So now let's do a vote on this. Do you think that Utah Defender committed any kind of violence, or do you think he was trying to defend himself from an assault? Put a 2 in the chat if you think he was not committing any violence. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he was trying to commit violence against the police officer. See, I'm trying to make sure that they don't just follow and put ones in there every time. I want to make sure that they understand put a 2 if you don't think he was committing violence. Put a 1 if you think he was. Okay. He committed 0 violence whatsoever. And Brandon says, I think the violence was done to him. Absolutely. And they're just projecting. They project what they're doing onto charges against the actual victim, is what they do. We see it all over the country and we see it all the time. And people need to be educated about this stuff. Cops are not right. All right. So, we've got a lot of
Hello
2s on
for
there.
the record.
1, your mouth is violent, according to Candace. Oh, so you can't have a violent mouth. You can't use freedom of speech in this country, right, Candace? Are you from North Korea?
He's
Candace, come
she's
back on. Explain
laughing.
yourself.
She's
Other
laughing.
than the fact with
Oh, she's
One,
laughing.
Candace.
your
She's
mouth
laughing.
is
She was being
violent.
facetious.
Ha ha.
Okay.
She was being
I
facetious.
like you a lot, Candace.
Uh,
um,
um, Tyrants, I think you have it right there. Of course, Utah was committing violence. His camera is a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
come on there. Thanks. So, yeah, he was being
I
facetious
would
too.
like to ask a question, Cliff, of everybody. Do you guys feel, and put the number of times in your mind after you've watched the video, how many times my rights were violated by these police officers?
Go ahead and put a guess in there, guys. I think Utah Defender actually went through this video step by step, frame by frame, and he's got a number for us. So,
No, I don't
how
have a
many?
number.
Okay.
I
How many
can tell
times do
you
you think
all the
his rights
stuff.
were violated? Oh, Candace is from Southern Utah too.
Mm.
Thank you for your input too, Candace. We didn't realize you were being facetious until we realized you were being. It's a good thing Nikki caught it. Otherwise, we could have got out of line there.
Yeah,
Jethro,
you guys really need to pay attention. Ha
yeah.
ha.
Yeah, all those attention deficit. I mean, isn't that true? The camera is the destruction of their way of life.
Yeah.
Ooh, great question, Jethro Miller.
So Tyrant is
Absolutely.
right. That means he
Yeah,
was committing violence.
yeah. Destruction of their way of life. The cops can't get away with everything if you have a camera on them. That's why they
Cliff,
don't like it.
the whole reason why people get upset when you're filming, and when we were kids, they had the Brown and Hal camera. Remember that? Home, it was like a little box. Everybody, the
Yep,
rich kids all had them, and
yep,
people would stand in front of it. Hi, mom. Nobody got afraid of doing that. But
yep.
because we can now expose with our own camera and show the true side of stuff, cops cannot stop. I would like to know if there's an argument here. Cops who are dirty can't help themselves to keep committing the same dirty acts when they're dealing with the citizens. And that to me is the reason why they do
Yep.
not want to be filmed by citizens,
Right,
because
because
they
they
know they're
still
going to
do it
do
anyway.
guilt.
They still do it anyway too, knowing that they're on camera because they don't think people know or understand their rights, or they don't even know or understand the citizens' rights. They probably never even read the Constitution that they swore an oath to. They probably don't even know what's in the First Amendment. I'll
Yeah,
bet the
I
prosecutor
go along
doesn't
with
even know
Coco
what's in the
there.
First Amendment. Yeah. So Kusa Rising, love the passion, very appreciative of
Akusa,
communities, active roles, and
good
very
comment.
thankful for your service. Thank you.
And speaking of your uh, Constitution and taking the oath of office, I just want to let everyone know that on October 2nd, we are having an open panel, Oath of Office and Is It Understood? Just an FYI.
So that would be what, next Wednesday then, right? Yeah, next Wednesday. All right. Let's. Have we covered the fact that they? Okay, no, I think we've got a little more on this one.
Your face is gonna be all over the internet. You put yourself here because we gave you the respect that you deserve in there, but obviously you don't deserve it. And then her head just went. She was writing, and
They solicited
her head
to
went
do a
up like this.
trespass, right?
Yeah, and then the last charge that you got, it says what was it? Interference with a public servant.
Who was the public servant I
The
interfered
two
with?
guys, the guy and the lady that were talking to Don.
They just had.
Oh wow, Wanda Mize, look at that. 1st, 4th, 6th, 8th, 14th, 1983, 241, 242, Title 42, USC 2000 AA, battery, criminal, confinement, unlawful detainment, official misconduct, kidnapping, trafficking, ransom, list goes on and on.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a lot of what I found too, what she just put there. 14th and 8th.
Wanda Mize is a male.
I didn't put
He
down
named
the
his channel
6th, which is
after
evidence.
his girlfriend. Wanda Mize is a male. He made his channel after his girlfriend. So that's why he named it Wanda Mize. He is a male.
Yeah.
All right.
I identify as me.
Ooh, look at this. 28 CFR Part 35.178. What is that, Phoenix? Maybe Nikki will Google it. She knows how to push buttons and stuff. 28 CFR.
Are you
Part
sure about that?
30 yeah, absolutely. 28 CFR Part 35.178. All right, let's continue. We're getting some ideas here, right? So 28 CFR Part 35.178. If anybody else has any ideas of what they might have done as well, put them in the chat and we'll look into those.
Had a case of the ass because they were being rude to us.
They're the one that follow those charges against you for. They said interference with the public servant, force, intimidation, and violence.
Where did I threaten him with violence?
Yeah, that's what it says. I know.
He was a terrible person.
Yeah.
He doesn't give his name or say anything.
Well, he's the one that one of them two, or that lady inside the lady that put her hand up like that was helping Don that walked away.
That's against
one
the
of them
law.
three. One of them three is the one that followed those
What
charges.
that guy didn't like is I was asking him pointed questions that he needed to answer because he was in the position of authority. I kept asking him, "Are you in charge here?"
Yeah.
I wanted to know from him, since he was in charge, what was going on. And if he can't take the heat, that's his problem.
Because see, the sergeant said to me that I wasn't the one. I didn't get pointed out. I go, what you mean I didn't get pointed out? He goes, well, you were not causing a disturbance in there.
I wasn't causing a disturbance.
I know you weren't. But we have it all on camera. I have it all on camera.
No. Also, just because they did not arrest Utah Cop Watch on the scene. Now, this is just speculation, but Utah Cop Watch received a couple of letters in the mail from defense attorneys saying that he has been charged with intimidation of a witness and failure to appear today. He saw those letters from defense attorneys on to defend him. So we don't know for sure if there have been charges made, but it sure looks that way. But we haven't been able to receive any documentation yet. But it kind of looks like they're going to try to hem Utah Cop Watch on intimidation of a witness. And we've been talking about this woman on the scene, but we don't know that you guys didn't know she was a witness to anything yet.
It's kind of
court
funny.
have to notify you that this person is a witness? No, don't talk to them.
Yeah. And the other thing is, Cliff, where is Jose right now?
He's in the hospital with a bowel obstruction.
And how long has he been in there?
A couple of days now.
Yeah. So how could
His
he have
wife brought him the
appeared?
mail this morning. Yeah. Yeah, his wife brought him his mail this morning, and it wasn't from the court, so we don't even know for sure if he's been charged with these
Felonious.
bogus crimes. But if he has, I think they're getting the cart before the horse. Just my opinion,
Well,
but I'm right.
Cliff, this whole video, they got the cart before the horse from beginning
Yes.
to end.
Yeah. There's no criminal action on either one of your parts. They are out to get you because you're trying to help a woman who they've been harassing for 2 years now and falsely arrested
Yeah,
that
and
very day.
Kansas makes a good point. Kansas here makes a good point.
Yeah, so asking or talking to someone in public is a crime. That's what they're trying to
And
make it out to be. It looks like we haven't seen the documentation, so we don't know
yeah,
for
and why
sure.
did they put her? Why did they put her in a vehicle with the door open right there in front of Jose?
Yeah, why did
If
they?
they were really concerned, they would have closed the door. That's part of conspiracy.
Why would they even have her out there in the first place?
Exactly. Yeah, I said that already.
Yeah, they drug her out there because they were looking at trumping up stuff, and that's my opinion.
And the other thing is, I told Sergeant Hill, he told me to watch my language, and I said, I can say anything I want, and I can't disturb your peace because you're a cop. So right after that, what does he do? He goes, gets a civilian, conspires to bring charges against Jose.
Yeah, STD. Charge stacking. Yeah, it's a trick that they all do.
Right. Is Nikki still with us?
Yeah, but I'm sitting on my hands.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to stop hitting the highlighter, Nikki. If you see something that we should talk about, just highlight it. Okay. Here we go.
So
they're fucked.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about.
Is there anything else you want the people to know?
Is this live?
No, it's not live. I'm gonna. You want me to post it after this?
Yeah.
Say that you're out.
Yeah.
Tell me how they treated you when they brought you here, because they treated you like shit when they were putting you in the car.
They treated me like shit. You know, they go, stop resisting. What do you do when there must have been 6 officers on top of me, right?
Yeah.
And they were pushing me all around, and they're telling me that I'm stop resisting. That they just say that just to be they're trained to say stop resisting.
Yeah. Yep.
And so they were moving me all around. I'm just going, what the fuck? And then I see my phone down the ground, and then they tell me, oh, your phone's been confiscated. I'm going, you fucked up. I told Doherty in the vehicle, you fucked up big time. You cannot take news, and you can't take my camera, and you guys just fucked up royalty. And I also told her the sergeant should have never put his hands on me, because I got it right on my camera. I go over to Tolman and I say, thank you for releasing us. And all I was doing was walking up the street, and because Doherty fucking said what she said, that triggered the fucking sergeant. He goes fucking ballistic.
So, can anybody guess why they might have confiscated his camera? Does it sound like he might have some evidence that would verify what he's telling us right now? And they don't want that evidence to get out. Can anybody put that together? Or am I the only one? Or Utah Defender, are we the only one that could put it together? That's the reason why they're keeping your phone, is because they don't want the real evidence to come out.
I think what we're going to see is some great answers that you're going to highlight here. I think we're going to see some great answers. Here they come.
Just silence him and hide the evidence. Absolutely, STD.
Bingo.
They don't want him publishing his video.
The conduct of the sergeant, how they handled everything, how they arrested.
What did she say?
How they arrested Dawn was all wrong. They did everything wrong. This is a great textbook video of how to do things wrong.
Kansas Freedom News. Hopefully that evidence is still there when he gets it back.
Amen.
Well, he called the phone company, shut off the phone. They even had the nerve and the gall to ask him for his PIN, people.
4 times. 4 times.
4 times they asked him for his PIN. They wanted in his phone bad. and they still don't have a warrant for it. So good luck getting
Yeah, you were in
a
court.
judge to sign a warrant on that. You have no right in his work product as a journalist. That would be a complete violation of
And you have to
freedom of
remember
press.
one thing, Cliff. At the very beginning, I told that woman in the room, I'm a journalist gathering content for a story. I'm not just somebody filming. Even though if I didn't say that, we're still protected.
And here's the thing, too: intimidation of a witness. Why didn't they just arrest him right then and there?
Yeah, he was standing right there. The
He was
cops.
standing right there. Why didn't they arrest him right then
I
and there?
like
Were they
Joko
digging?
from
They're looking for something to get him on?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you a little sidebar story.
Ooh, they
Since
want
this
all his
video came out, this
contacts.
lady contacted me. He got in jail, and they put pictures of pedophilia on his phone, and then they got a warrant after he was back at home and arrested him for it. That county jail, the same one.
Oh yeah, we've seen this all throughout the country, where people are all of a sudden, you know, PDF files, because they got a hold of their devices and actually put the stuff on there and then charged them with it. You know,
Yeah,
it's sickening
yeah.
what these corrupt.
That's what I'm afraid of after this one lady. She said, as soon as you get your phone, you need to go through it, make sure that stuff's not on there.
Yeah.
And how did they know? How do they know to do a warrant for pedophilia? Because they put it on
Oh,
there.
don't say that word. PDF file. That's, I mean, that's, yeah, that's a taboo word. We can't say that one. Not that we're ever going to get monetized, but they could take your channel away.
Is it okay if I fart?
Yes, fart by all
Okay.
means,
All right.
and say the word
Oh.
fart as many times as you want.
Okay.
I love your sense of humor, bro.
So basically, Ogden, Utah police took this well-respected, decorated veteran of our armed forces, 76-year-old gentleman with a foul mouth, but that's beside the point, and humiliated him.
And my religious garments.
Humiliated his religion, has charged this man with all these charges, have confiscated his phone, does not have a receipt for the phone, does not want to have to get a warrant. That's why they asked him for the PIN. And this needs to get out. This story needs to get out. We need to get as many eyes on this as we can.
I would really appreciate that, Nikki. You don't know how much I appreciate what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Everybody that's watching, like Denver Metro Audits, if he would post that on his site, and Reagan and Oregon and anybody else that can post it on their sites to show, because by the numbers, this is one of the most screwed up. There are so many violations of my constitutional rights, and I'm going after them.
Every one of the First Amendment rights: freedom of religion,
Oh yeah,
freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom to petition grievances with your government. It's all
and
there.
as the one viewer said,
Freedom
the
to
6th, the
assemble. He
8th,
was
and
assembled.
yeah.
Every one of them were violated simply because he was there. They wanted to arrest him for his speech mainly.
They were butthurt because I called them names, but I never called anybody names, Cliff, until that guy put his hands on me.
Yep.
I don't put my hands on anybody, and I don't like anybody putting their hands on me. And that set me off. Okay? That's when I started throwing the F bombs and everything else. And that little prick, Moore, Sergeant Moore, I hope you're watching this because you're a prick and you're a little piece of shit. And you constantly, all the way over to those vehicles where they put Don in the vehicle, you blocked my camera. You are fucked.
There we go. Let's see how much money it costed him to get bailed out.
Walk behind my sergeant like that. And I said, fuck you and fuck him.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, he turns around. I wasn't
And then
even walking to him.
He walks towards you.
He goes right up to me and
Yeah.
grabs my hand. I go, I'm not fucking detained. Get your fucking hand off me.
Yeah, they can't keep their hands to themselves.
No. And he's
and
gonna
then
get a
that
huge-
short one, they kept touching you from the
Tolman?
beginning.
Tolman.
I don't know, the short fucking blonde one.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Fucking
when they were arresting you, he ran towards me and then stopped right in front of me. And the cop,
they wanted you to move.
She's like, I got him. So he turned around, goes back towards you, and they're fucking holding you, and he's turning around. He's turning around like this. He keeps holding you. He's turning around like this. Keeps looking at me like such a fucking coward. Oh yeah, he wanted me.
All of us.
He wanted me for two reasons. One, I called him a coward to his face, and the other one is I told him, you don't intimidate me with your fucking dirty looks.
Yeah,
you don't.
Yeah, I remember him saying that. Let's get to the paperwork here. There we go. Right.
Gumbus ignored. I do not know how to share on your Rumble. We're brand new on Rumble also. If anybody can figure it out and tell, please do. And take it
Craig
and
said he's
run
following on Rumble.
Never had a bail like this.
How much?
Good citizen, protect our country for 20 fucking years, right? I didn't break any laws today.
No.
They got butthurt because I told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
Get out of my fucking
their
face.
ego is what
Yeah, and it's all legal. $24.20. $2,400. And I told the gal, she goes, oh, it went through. I go, you have no idea how much money's in there, lady.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because they're so used to fucking people not be able to fight their charges or anything like that.
And so at my court date, if you want to go.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Have a good night. I heard you're an excellent person.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's great. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Public servants have.
So did you know who she was, or did you just say that to say something nice to somebody? Utah Defender.
I think he's still there, but he's taking a break for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Lawyer dog.
He does that though sometimes. He's like, he'll just say something out of the blue to somebody that's really nice.
It looks like he had a headache. Lawyer dog.
Let's see. I'm sure he was real nice to innocent men in countries that he invaded. Lawyer dog, you have no freaking idea what he did in his service. Number one, he's not a combat veteran. So there you go. Before you speak and say something about something you know nothing of, why don't you just hold your tongue? I'm a veteran too, and I wasn't a combat veteran. I was in Germany, so I didn't invade any country. Just because people sign the dotted line and swear an oath to the Constitution doesn't make them bad people. It means they want to serve their country. We love our country. We just don't like corrupt government. Make sense? All right. All right. So, Nikki, will you put in the link for open panel? Anybody that wants to come up and talk
Pinned
about?
at the top. It's pinned at the top. Phoenix, I would love to share screenshots of the email that you just sent. However, when I open it, it is. I'll show you. Hang on. That is what it looks like. We cannot read it. I can see that there's words there, but I cannot read it at all. Sorry.
All right, so it's an open panel. Anybody that wants to come up, as long as you show your face on the screen, we know who you are, can verify who you are, we will allow you up. In the meantime, I'm going to text Utah Defender. I'll make sure he's okay. He said he wasn't feeling well. Actually, Nikki, can you take over for a second? I'm going to give him a call.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, Phoenix, welcome in.
Yes, ma'am. If you would Control A, select all, then you'll be able to read it because my background is black and my text is white.
All right, thank you for that. Let me go ahead and present that. Okay, and these are all those rules that you were sharing, or the
28 CFR Part 35.103, 28 CFR Part 35.106, 28 CFR Part 35.107, so forth, so on.
okay. All right, I will email this to him. And basically this has to do like with state immunity, correct?
That's Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act. There is no 11th Amendment immunity for state or local governments non-compliance with this act. And 35152 is specifically all about jails and detention centers.
Okay. I will get this emailed over to him. Thank you for sharing it. I see Utah Defenders back.
You may need to give him the way to read it. I'm sorry that it went that way, but that's how you read it.
Okay.
You know,
I can do that.
Cliff, what was the disparaging remark that Law Dog said?
He was talking about people in the military are basically, killers of other country people, and we just invade other countries and violate their rights, and blah 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 blah.
Evidently, he never served, did he?
I'm sure he was real nice to innocent men in countries that he invaded. So,
my disability is from a night combat jump. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And special forces people go into the people of that country, and one of the main things we do is we put wells in the different villages so they could have drinking water.
especially Green Berets. Yeah, they're all about helping the community when they go in.
That's our mission. It's like
yeah.
civil affairs, but we get to shoot and we don't want to.
Yeah.
So, Law Dog, I feel sorry that you make that comment.
Yeah, he really, and I do kind of empathize a little bit. It's the military-industrial complex.
Sure.
But most soldiers don't really understand that when they go in.
They're
and they
not
swear
even
the
a
oath.
part of it.
Yeah, they don't know what's happening. So, they learn, and then when they become veterans after they've served, that's why a lot of us are really kind of concerned by what our government
Our
does.
government, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny
We've had
too.
our
Most
eyes
of the
open.
guys that have served that went in the military, after they get out, they're Republicans. They want to be conservatives because they know who's starting the shit.
Well, two wings of the same bird of tyranny, as far as I'm concerned. But
well, I
they
understand
basically
that.
learned that our government is not quite right,
Well,
and we've got these endless wars, and it's freaking ridiculous.
Okay, now I think we've beat that horse long enough.
Yes.
I think we've beat the horse about Utah defenders arrest long
About
enough
my
on
what?
our channel. However, like I was saying, this action taken by Ogden, Utah Police Department was absolutely horrendous. This story needs to be shared. It needs to be so big that the mainstream media cannot ignore it. You
Well, in
guys,
Utah, you're not going to expose this story because I can't get them off the dime in an assassination, and we've proven it on your show.
I understand that. I completely understand that, but there are other states around you that can share the story.
Absolutely. The country can share the story. The world can share this story because um, www is World Wide Web. So, um,
I'm just saying that this all needs to be gotten out. I am asking everyone. You've seen it. You've seen it once. You've seen it twice now. It hasn't changed from day one. Um, and I did apologize to Utah Cop Watch for telling everybody to share his video in his comments. I was not taking over his channel, and I hope everybody understood that. But you guys just share. We need to get this out there. We need to get eyes on the corruption that's going on in Utah, period.
yeah. And folks, if you would, be sure to go to Utah Defenders channel as well, and watch some of his videos. Some of his videos are really good, especially Chief Johnson of was it Farmington Police Department. You'll see very colorful redress. Um, and be sure and hit the like, share, subscribe. Very colorful redress. Be sure and hit the so there's a echo. Somebody needs to turn off their YouTube. There we go. I think. I hope. Um, but Phoenix, have you got anything to say besides the great
I
information that
have
you forwarded over
tons
there?
to say. I have
Okay,
lots
go.
to say. I have
Go ahead.
seen people make comments, ask comments in the comments that you can redress. Yes, you can. There's no 11th Amendment immunities for state and local government not complying with Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act. So that's 28 Code of Federal Regulations, Part 28 CFR Part 35.10 178 is 11th Amendment immunities. That takes 11th Amendment immunities away from state and local government for non-compliance with Title II. Now, 28 CFR Part 35.106, they have to have an ADA Title II coordinator in their public entity. You can record a telephone call and you can make a phone call to Human Resources and say, "Hi, may I please speak to your Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator?" And if their response to you is, or who, or what, you probably just right there got a Title II case against them that you can take to court and get them for, because the name and contact information of the ADA coordinator must be given upon request. Okay? It is an absolute must since 2007. Any public entity that does not have an ADA Title II coordinator is committing fraud to the federal government to receive federal funds because they don't comply with Section 504 if they don't comply with Title II. Part of Section 504 is if you comply with Title II of the ADA. So you can't get those federal funds unless you comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. And that became mandated in 2007 that all public entities name
Okay,
at
how
least
does
one
it relate
person
to
as
this
their
case?
ADA coordinator.
Just
Well,
tell
in
us
this
how it
Okay.
case,
relates to this case.
Number one, you cannot tell everybody that they can record because different states have different laws. You have to have permission in some states of all parties. Otherwise, they can get you for federal wiretapping charges. Period. We
that's
see
true. And in
that.
some of my videos, you'll hear me say, I'm disabled and one of my disabilities is short-term memory loss. So my calls are recorded. So, you know, and then they go, okay, what can I help you with? And I continue the call.
Well,
Right. As long as they know.
what bothers me, Cliff, is the videos you sent me about the man that was blind, and they totally disregarded him, totally. And he asked
Yeah.
for the
Blind
disabilities
justice.
people,
Yeah, blind justice.
and he asked for them, and they wouldn't do a thing for him. In fact, they gave him a concussion, I think.
Yeah. Well, they did worse to him. He had a brain
They
bleed.
actually gave him a brain bleed. Yes.
Jeez,
Yeah,
that's what
he's
I meant
got
to
a
say.
case.
So I think it's time that we can go ahead and call it a night.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we beat that horse, and I think we made our points. I think the community and the people in the audience are outraged, just like we are, about what happened to Utah Defender in Ogden, Utah. Can somebody put up that phone number actually to the
Ogden?
Utah Defender's prosecutor, the name of the prosecutor and the phone number, and just call and ask if she would consider dismissing these charges.
Yeah,
because they are-
don't harass her, please. Don't.
Yes.
What what is the name of the prosecutor?
Well, I
It's
texted you that
Jill
information.
Garrett. It's Jill Garrett. Jill, Jill Garrett, Garrett.
And the phone number to the prosecutor's office?
I don't have that right off the top of my head.
I did text it to Nikki.
Okay.
Let me see what I texted here, see if I can get it real quick.
Jill's phone
You're
number.
lucky, Cliff. Everybody needs a Nikki.
Her phone number is 801-629-8595. 801-629-8595. And her email address is prosecutor@ogdencity.com.
Yeah, and just be nice, folks. Just ask her to consider dismissing this case. Asking the judge to dismiss it because they don't have anything here. They really don't.
It's not going to do any good with Ogden to be
And we're not
snotty or
telling you,
rude.
yeah, and we're not telling you to call or email. We're just giving you public information. Okay.
You know, also, Cliff, I don't even know if Don's still alive. I haven't called again.
Yeah. So what happened there last night? She was. I don't think we should even discuss that right now.
Okay.
I think you should just try to get in touch with her. She was on the phone with Utah Defender late last night, and they disconnected. And
she texted.
Yeah, but he hasn't talked to her since. No text messages, no answer in the phone. He went over to the house, looked in all the windows, knocked on the doors. Her vehicle is still in the car. She does have an active warrant, but there's no sign of entry.
Let me tell you how dirty Ogden is. They called those people to reinstate the warrant. And again, I'm telling you that bail bonds person told Don and Don told me. That's how she found out. And what happens? The warrant, she sent me a copy of the warrant.
Yeah. And it was quashed 2 days before.
Yeah. It was squashed before that's what we kept saying. She doesn't have a warrant. All they had to do, let's tell you how stiff-necked they are. All they had to do was look at her phone
But
And
they weren't interested in that. They were only
no,
interested in arresting her and you, both of you, because they conspired to do it. All right. So enough of that. Thanks for coming in, everyone, tonight. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your night, and do email us if you have any ideas, laws.
Utah Defender.
Just reach out
It was
anytime.
a pleasure meeting you tonight, talking with you, being on the panel with you, and I appreciate your service very much. I couldn't pass the physical to go into the military. I was born at Fort Jackson Army Hospital, and I served my community by 911 EMS. So
well,
thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nikki, any last words before I start the outro?
I just want to say thank you to everyone for spending their time with us tonight. Make sure you guys share this. And just a reminder, we are over on Rumble if you guys want to follow us over there. Oh, and let's lighten it up a little bit. FMAC Chat and Play is having trivia night tonight in 15 minutes. So maybe I'll see you guys over there. But have a great night and thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
And one last thing, Nikki, what is our Sunday show at 1:30 Central going to be about?
It's supposed to be Utah Cop Watch and Dawn.
Okay, hopefully we can get them both. Yeah, so come to the Sunday show to find out more information about everything. Here comes the outro. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
In the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred land. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the quiet of the night, we'll keep the watch, we'll hold on tight. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll stand tall. Together we'll rise, together we'll fall. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the heart of the Vigilance Committee,
Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free. We'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over this sacred land.